Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, we're diving into the Kansas City Chiefs' impressive 28-18 victory over the San Francisco 49ers. With this win, the Chiefs are now 6-0. This game was expected to be their toughest of the season, but it turned out to be anything but close. There's a real chance the Chiefs could go 17-0 this year. Of course, there are some challenging games ahead against teams like the Buccaneers, Bills, and Texans, but the hardest one is already behind them. After a bye week, I feel pretty confident about the Chiefs continuing their winning streak, which would be wild. Just imagine, a team that wins 2 Super Bowls in a row also goes 17-0. But of course, that means nothing without another championship ring. In this video, we'll also discuss some possible moves to help the Chiefs reach that goal. Unfortunately, they did face some tough injuries in this game. Juju Smith-Schuster had to leave with a hamstring injury, and cornerback Jalen Watson was seen on crutches afterward. Coach Andy Reid mentioned, "We'll see what the MRI says, but I don't think that's going to be great news." Watson has really stepped up this season, playing well as the starting cornerback alongside L'Jarius Sneed. Losing him is a big blow to a defense that has been performing at a high level. Coach Kyle Shanahan is known for being one of the best offensive minds in the game, but even without Christian McCaffrey, the Chiefs' defense held the 49ers to just 18 points. Quarterback Brock Purdy struggled, throwing 3 interceptions and finishing with only 212 yards, his worst performance yet, with a QBR of 13.4. The 49ers' rushing game wasn't much better, with Jordan Mason only managing 58 yards. On the receiving end, Brandon Ayuk had just 2 catches for 23 yards, and Deebo Samuel was almost completely silent due to injury concerns. George Kittle was the exception, catching 6 passes for 92 yards, but it wasn't enough to spark the 49ers. Now, let's shift gears to the Chiefs' offense. Even though they're 6-0, there's still a lot of work to do, especially in their passing game. Patrick Mahomes had an off day, completing 16 of 27 passes for only 154 yards and 2 interceptions, though he did manage a nice 33-yard run and a rushing touchdown. The lack of weapons has been a real challenge. Hollywood Brown hasn't played yet this season and won't be back soon. Rashid Rice is also likely out for a while, and now Juju is injured too. Suddenly, the Chiefs are down to just 1 or 2 reliable receivers. Mecole Hardman stepped up in this game with a touchdown and a couple of catches, but he's more of a speed guy and not a true number 1 receiver. Sky Moore was targeted just once and dropped the ball, so he can't be counted on either. Looking ahead, I have some trade targets in mind for the Chiefs that could help. Players like Adam Thielen, Darius Slayton, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, and Deontay Johnson could all be realistic options. Johnson could be a great addition as a talented player, while Slayton has speed and a team-friendly contract that could fit Kansas City's needs. With the Panthers struggling this season, they might start trading off players soon, so I'll keep you updated on any potential moves. The Chiefs need to make a move to stay competitive and keep their winning streak alive. If the Chiefs want to make it to 3 straight Super Bowls, they definitely need help at wide receiver. I like Xavier Worthy, but he's still a rookie and learning the ropes. Plus, he's on the smaller side, so we don't want him taking too many hits. They really need to bring in a big-bodied receiver who can hold on to the ball, and I think Adam Thielen would be a great addition. Even though he's not the same player he was in Minnesota, he knows how to catch the ball and run routes. Thielen just has a knack for getting open, and he's aging like fine wine. When it comes to the running game, the Chiefs are clearly a run-first team, and I think we can all agree on that. They racked up 39 carries for 184 yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry and scoring 4 touchdowns, 2 from Kareem Hunt, 1 from Mahomes, and 1 from Hardman. After Juju went down, the Chiefs realized they needed to rely more on the run, and at one point, they ran the ball several times in a row without being stopped. This was a huge factor in their victory. Kareem Hunt had 22 carries for 78 yards, averaging 3.5 yards per carry. A lot of the time, he was hit behind the line, but he managed to break tackles and turn what could have been nothing into decent gains. I was impressed by Hunt. I didn't expect him to play this well, and I'll admit I was wrong about him. Many of you thought Carson Steele or Samaje Perine might be better options, but Hunt has clearly shown he's the best back on the team right now. Once Isaiah Pacheco returns, the combination of him and Hunt will be a serious threat for opposing defenses. Noah Gray stepped up as a key player in this game, catching 4 passes for 66 yards. Pacheco also contributed with a crucial 22-yard catch that essentially sealed the win. Worthy had 3 catches for 19 yards, while Mecole Hardman caught 1 pass for 17 yards. Travis Kelce had 4 catches for 17 yards, but he's been more effective as a blocker lately. He's facing extra attention from defenses, especially since other key players are out. If we ever get to see a fully healthy Chiefs team, they could be unstoppable. Right now, there are rumors about potential trades, but every day that passes makes it harder to get someone new on the roster. With Week 8 coming up, they'll need to rely more on Worthy, but I'm not sure that's the best plan. Sure, he can run deep routes, and he was open in this game, but his size makes him vulnerable. You want to get him the ball quickly in space, not overload him as the #1 receiver. I really think the Chiefs need to make a move for a player like Deontay Johnson or Darius Slayton. Nothing too crazy. DeAndre Hopkins might be a stretch, but they need someone who can get open and help out Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't had much to work with, especially after losing his top target in Rice, and not having Hollywood Brown from the start of the season. With Worthy and Kelsey, along with some help from Mecole Hardman, there just isn't enough right now.